Brembo KTM 500, and I just pulled the plug from the daughter's 85cc dirt bike, and just wanted to talk a little bit about that. Looking at this plug, it is lightly, it's got some oil on it, it's wet. I'm looking around the electrode, and it is not falling out. I don't even know if you could really like see that there is a brown, a light brownish, let's say there's a brownish sheen on it. This bike has, let's see here, this bike has 16.4 hours on it, and I have been running this AMSOIL Dominator oil, and I was running at 50 to 1. I pulled the plug, and it had a nice kind of chocolate brown to it. Then I kind of decided to change things up. I went to a 41, and this is what you're looking at here. This is the 40 to 1 oil to gas mixture and what the plug looks like. I ran this 40 to 1 with 1 tank of gas that she ran through it, and the jetting is correct on this bike because this bike doesn't have any aftermarket parts. I haven't done anything to the cylinder head, ported anything out, or did anything like that. So I think I'm from what I know, I think I'm pretty close to being pretty good. 40 to 51. I think that's a good mix right now. Obviously, if I would have pulled this plug out, it would have been black. And I would have looked around the electrode, and I seen that it had crud and crap all over it. Would have been falling out. I would have been running way too rich. On the other end of the spectrum, if I would have pulled this plug out and it would have been white and hot spots all over it, I would have been way too lean. And I definitely would rather run something way more rich than I would lean, because that's when you start really messing up things. And you can really tell a lot from pulling a plug, like I said. This bike with this mixture has not stalled out, and it's performing very well all through the throttle with the load. There's no hesitation, there's no hiccups, it's smooth all the way through. So it's easy to jet something when you haven't changed things up. You add a different pipe on, you add different exhaust, you start messing with the cylinder head, you start porting stuff out. Your needles, your pilot, your jet, it's all gonna have to be changed up. Your main jet to match what you're running, what you've done to it. You start adding racing fuels to it with your gas mixture. You gotta accommodate for all that stuff. And that's why I kind of went back to just looking at a spark plug. Spark plug is a telltale sign of what's going on in that engine. And One thing that's good about these days, if you're not super mechanical, or if nobody's really ever taught you anything, if you just look at an owner's manual, you will be able to look at the jetting and your altitude and what temperature, and it gets you right on. The only time that it really becomes an art to jet something is when you start running race gas and you start porting out the cylinder head, you start changing the exhaust, you start doing little tricks to get more power, you start opening the carburetor a little bit up, you know, doing little tricks here and there. You gotta start accommodating for that stuff. But anyway, this is just kind of telling me where I'm at right now, and I will probably stay in that realm to 40 to 1 on this mixture. Even though I was happy with 50 to 1, I like the mix right now for this. With that chocolate brown color, I probably would just leave it alone if that's all she was, is doing trail riding. But she's racing out on the track, and she's getting good on her 85. But sometimes I've noticed, like a lot of kids these days, or I guess it's really anybody, they rev just a little bit too much before they start shifting. They don't understand that you're not going to get any more power out of that motor. If you're in third gear and you got it revved in the red, you're not going to get any more power. That's telling you, hey buddy, you need to shift. So that's the kind of the other reason why I wanted to run a super high quality oil in my two-stroke, is because my daughter has a tendency to over rev, and I think with a really good synthetic oil, you're getting that maximum protection that you need. And I think that's why I kind of like where I'm right now with this. Like I said, I don't know if this is showing up on the camera now or not, but the plug is wet. There's not any crap around the electrode inside. The plug is not dirty, it's not falling, but it has a nice sheen to it. So I think I'm going to stay kind of right here in this little world right now, as far as where I'm at with my premix. And a lot of people run a 30 to 32 to 1 on these 85s. The manufacturer says 40 to 1, and that's actually where I'm running right now, is a 42-1. But it has been in the past. You know, the smaller cc motor you have, the more oil you want to have in it. And then when you get to a bigger cc, 300 cc, obviously the mixture is a little bit less. You might be running a 60 to 1, but it just all kind of depends on where you're jetting. And like I said, I'm no expert at anything. I'm just I tinker a lot, and I know how to get little power from here and there, but like I said, I'm definitely no expert at anything. I just know how to tweak stuff here and there, and just basically know that you can learn a lot from just looking at your spark plug on a 2-stroke. Like I said, you're black, you're super wet, you've got crud all along your electrode, you're running way too rich. The other spectrum too, you're running white, you don't see any oil, you don't see any brownness to it, you're running way too lean. So it's a happy medium for everything on the 2-stroke. It's just a happy medium. So anyway, that's all I have to say today, and thanks for listening, and we'll catch you later.